A decorator. Do you see this shit? That's a man's version of decoration. That shit looks terrible. What is up, everybody? It's Disaster here, Disaster Piece Theater. Thank you for coming on back for another episode. Today I'm going to check out a bunch of funny finds that I found on the internet and hopefully get you to laugh and get me to laugh and get us to forget about all our troubles, no matter what it may be. So the first thing that I found was a list of how to make a man happy and how to make women happy. And as we all know, it is almost impossible to make a woman happy. But we're going to try. We're going to see the things, the steps we need to do to make them ultimately happier than any other thing could possibly make them happy. So let's start off with men. I'll break it down to exactly why these things are actually true. And I may add a couple other points as well. How to make a man happy. First of all, you feed him. Every person on this planet knows that a man is less at his level to kill things when he's full. When he's full, he's happy. He's a happy man. And that's what makes men happy. Food. 2, sleep with him. Yes, not just by the bed, sleeping. No, you gotta put in that work. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get in there, you gotta, whatever that means. But all that. 3, leave him with peace. That means sometimes when men deal with women, a woman likes to get under his skin a little bit, and then either he has to leave or she has to leave because the man would go insane and just start stomping people to death. So, leave him with peace. Leave him feeling as though he made the correct decision by having a relationship with you. Don't check his phone messages. Me personally, I don't care if, a woman checks my personal messages because I'm a pretty honest guy. If I say I'm gonna hook up with you and I'm being with you, I'm with you. So most of my messages wouldn't have anything to do with anything sexual, all right? But I do feel like it's sort of a breach of privacy. If you don't trust me, then how can I trust you? Because it's a two-way street. Number 5, don't bother him with his movements. And I know that's worded a little weird, but it basically means that don't stop him from going to see his buddies and hang out. Don't stop him from seeing an old friend that might be a female or something, and he just wants to hang out with her and talk. Hey, don't stop that. You have to have faith and trust in a person to understand that they're not going to do something to you if they say they're not. You have to have trust. That's the worst part of the relationship. You have to trust someone else with your feelings, and you never know exactly how they are feeling about you in return. People can say anything, but you never really know what's on someone's heart. And I think another part of being a man, this isn't on the list, but another part of being a man is wanting a woman to kind of placate to me being a man. Talk me up. Make me feel good as a man. Most men, they cut the grass, they fill up the gas tank, they pay the bills and so on and so forth, and they never really ask for a pat on the back. They never really go, hey, why don't you thank me for buying all this food or paying electricity? We don't do that. And I think every now and again, it's nice if a woman goes, babe, it's so good to be able to eat this chicken pot pie out of that oven, because we have electricity to heat it up. Hey, honey, I made it to the grocery store, right on time and without any kind of problems because you filled up the gas tank and you're taking care of stuff. Men love that kind of stuff. We love compliments. We just don't ask them. I'll say another one would be, don't cheat on us. Don't lie to us. I've said this before in many relationships I've ever been in. If you feel as though the relationship isn't good for you, then leave. You don't have to stay here. Why stay and lie to somebody when you can just leave? All right, let's check out how to make a woman happy. This list should be 7 gajillion points long. So first of all, I'm gonna go through this pretty quickly because most of this stuff is BS. It's too many things that a woman wants from a man that makes being in a relationship with a woman feasible. It's insane. It's almost like saying, hey, I want to go to McDonald's and I want a burger for free and I want it good and I want it hot and I want it fast and I want it ready and I want it delicious. It's got to be the best cheeseburger I ever wanted in my life. It's got to taste great. It's got to have cheese on it. Instead of it just being a cheeseburger and it's something that you enjoy, it has to have all these qualifiers in order to be something that you won't treat badly. And that's how women see men. Like, you have to have all these kind of qualifiers, or if you don't, every single thing to make a woman happy, if you don't do, are all excuses as to why a woman would leave you. And that's messed up. So first of all, you have to be a friend to a woman. Obviously, I'm assuming that there are plenty of women out there who don't want to be your friend. They just kind of want whatever they want, and then that's it. But, most women, they want someone who they can talk to and believe is their friend. 2, a companion. Well, obviously. Obviously, women want someone who's going to be with them whenever they do the ridiculous things that they do. Every woman wants a man to kind of be like a little puppy, hang around her and protect her when she needs protecting. And, you know, she's the queen of the universe, and you happen to be her nemesis that walks around and destroys things that get in her way. A lover, okay? And this has nothing to do with sex. A lover. Someone that she loves to talk to, loves to be around, loves to have sex with, loves to just involve herself with. A lover, someone who loves her and treats her better than he would treat any other woman. That is a lover, in my opinion, to a woman. A brother, that's just incest. A father, again, that is weird daddy incest. A master, S&M. I mean, we're really getting into some things, aren't we, women? No, but I think a brother and a father is like, treat her like family. Treat her like a woman that, you're related to, and not like some woman off the street, basically, is what they're saying. And then a master, let's be honest here. Most women are, submissive. We live in 2019 where a lot of these women are, social justice warriors or feminists or whatever, and they get into all of this, you can't be my master. I'm the master of my own destiny and all this other kind of stuff. I don't think that's what it means. I think being a master means that it's a person who is trying to accomplish something, and you happen to be along for the ride, and they are the person who is directing the ship. That's what they mean by master. Because most times in a relationship, if a woman is controlling the relationship doesn't work. Because she has all these qualifiers of what she needs to make it work. And you're just sitting there like, just feed me and sleep with me, give me some kisses every now and again, maybe. And in her eyes, she's like, oh my God, this guy is fucking, she'll make up all kind of shit about you. Just so she can hate you. This fucking mooch, a loser. This guy, you could be the most sensitive, nice, wonderful guy in the world. And she's looking at you, creating weird shit in her brain, talking about how you suck, but she'll still stay in a relationship with you. It's crazy. Women are crazy. You also need to be an electrician, a plumber, a mechanic, and a carburetor. Carburetor? Really? You need to be a carburetor. You need to be a part for a car for a woman. If her car breaks down, you need to get your ass out the car and conform yourself into some part that can fit in her car to make it run. And you're looking at me like I'm crazy. No, but a carpenter, a decorator, a stylist, a sexologist, a gynecologist. I mean, these are all things where, like, every single, I can't not disagree with this, because a woman might say, hey, I don't need you to come fix my electricity. I don't need you to come fix my pipes, and I don't need you to blah, 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 blah. That's not true, because when you've been with a woman for a long enough time, they expect that you know these things. Like being a man comes with some kind of fucking growing up man manual. Like, at the age of 6 to the age of 8, you're gonna learn plumbing. And then at the age of 9 to the age of 12, you're gonna learn how to be a mechanic. And then from the age of, what the fuck? I don't fucking control all aspects of life and shit like Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet. I can't just make shit happen. I don't know every goddamn thing. I know a lot of shit, but not everything. Holy shit. But there's been plenty of times where some shit has happened. The lights have gone out. Oh, check the fuse box. Bitch, I don't know what the fuck to do with the fuse box. What, you want me to hit on it? I don't know what the fuck to do. A carpenter, a piece of the carpet comes up, and she's like, well, just nail it to the floor. Put it, I don't know carpentry. I can put some duct tape on one side and push it to the ground, and hopefully it'll stay that way for a couple months. I don't know nothing about that shit. You want me to staple it to the ground? And then in 6 months you be walking around wondering why there's staples in your feet? I don't know. I'm not a carpenter. A plumber. I'm not even gonna touch that. If some shit goes wrong with the shit bowl, I'm not fucking with it. I don't want to get my hands dirty with the shit and stuff. I can plunge, because it's a piece of rubber on a stick. I can just stick it right in the bowl. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, you gotta call somebody. I can't do shit. A decorator. Do you see this shit? That's a man's version of decoration. That shit looks terrible. A stylist. Because women always want to know, how does my hair look? How does my outfit look? How do I look? And on top of that, you can't be a liar, which I'm sure is in this list somewhere, because she'll know. She knows already your answer before your answer. She goes, damn, this outfit makes me look fat. Let me ask him. Why are you gonna ask me just so you can be mad at me to justify that you can still wear some shit, and then I just don't get it? Hey, does this look good on me? Yeah. No, it doesn't. You're a liar. And then you have a shitty person to deal with because you just wanted to be a good person and not lie. Or, well, not hurt their feelings. A sexologist. Okay, so I mean, there's been plenty of times where, you know, you could be having relations with a female and, you know, something doesn't work right, or maybe something doesn't feel too good. You gotta figure that shit out, especially if you want to continue being with the same person, because you can't have that same thing occur multiple times over multiple different sexual intercourse sessions and have that person go, yeah, this is fine. I love it when my left leg goes numb when you put me in the reverse cowgirl. Yeah, it's great. A gynecologist. How many times as men do we hear about women's periods? I don't know. I don't want to. No. And it's so common for women. You be sitting there just eating a bowl of cereal. Oh, this is delicious. And she'll come in and go, hey, my period was extra heavy today. They had chunks in it. Looked like somebody threw a stewed tomato up against the bathroom toilet. Just looking at your cereal like, ah! Number 16, a psychologist. How many times has your girlfriend ever walked in and went, I don't understand this shit. My life sucks. I go to work and these bitches try to fuck my life up and they take this shit and they do this to me and they tell me I try to do some shit and you motherfuckers don't. And you gotta sit there and look at this fucking thing that's breaking down in front of you and go, oh shit. Let me pull out the psychological card. So people are messing with you? Okay, well, sometimes you gotta look at yourself to figure out what the problem is. And like, you just gotta come up with these brilliant things to help them venture through their lives. And nobody helps us. Nobody helps men. Nobody gives a shit. You be on the side of the road in your underwear with your finger up your nose and a fucking Schlitz malt liquor in your hand, and nobody stops their car and goes, damn man, can I give you $10 and maybe get you a fucking meal or some shit? No, they don't never do that. But you know, where was his psychological help? You know, sometimes I think women would be in that same situation if they didn't have us good men around to help them, you know, wade through the horrible things that women think that they go through in life. Because honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I've been with my wife for 17 years, and there's been times where, you know, she's been upset about things, and I've been upset about things, but like, she'll take things and make them a little bigger than they are, like make a mountain out of a molehill. And I think that is a way to keep you on your toes. Maybe to keep you guessing so that you can, you know, continue to want to interact with this person. Just so it's not dull and bland. There's always something going on. You know what I'm saying? And that may not be something that women are doing, you know, intentionally. It may be something that's just subconscious that, you know, again, it's just something to, you know, keep you on your toes, keep your brains fresh and ready to fucking tic-tac-toe or connect for her an answer of some kind of weird shit that she's going through. A pest exterminator. This needs no explanation. Anytime there's a spider or a bee or a fly or a gnat or a lizard or a dinosaur or a fucking monster in the middle of the night at 3 o'clock in the morning or anything, you gotta get up. Get your ass up, because there's no way. Either you gonna deal with permanent screaming for the next 5 hours, or just get up and step on the ant and put it in a piece of toilet paper and throw it in the toilet and it's over. A psychiatrist. Shit, yeah, that's the same thing with the psychologist. You're pretty much going through whatever is driving her nuts and trying to help make her feel better about herself and be a better person, I guess, if that's possible. A healer. I mean, you literally have to, you know, if something happens to anyone that gets hurt, you know, something goes wrong, you have to be the one to step up and go, oh yes, you take a bandage and a tourniquet and you put it together with 2 popsicle sticks on the side and you wrap the bandages around and they'll be able to walk momentarily till they get to some kind of medicinal help there. You literally have to be like Saving Private Ryan, dude. You gotta be out here saving people for them to be happy with you. A healer, yeah, definitely. A good listener. You gotta listen to all the stories that women tell. And women don't tell stories that have a point to it. Women tell stories that are like donuts. Like it just keep going and going and going and going. Like, I met my friend Sally at the mall, and oh my god, she was wearing like a blue dress, and the blue dress was so ugly, because I remember that one time that we went to the store and she said she'd never wear a dress that color, so I wore a dress that color, and she told me I was a total bitch. And I was like, I don't even understand what you're talking about, because you said you didn't like that color, and I did like that color, and then I went to the store, and then I got my shoes, I looked at my shoes and they had ice cream on it. I was like, oh my god, I remember that one time I went to... Women don't realize that we need psychologists to deal with you. Like, all that, unpack. It And man, it's too much. It's too much. It's almost like if you were listening back to a recording and you were there for the recording, you heard it, and then you listened back to it, and then there was like 78 extra voices on it, just all saying different shit. That's pretty much what it's like. An organizer, someone who's neat and clean and keeps their stuff together and in a nice, organized fashion. I mean, it's just at this point, is it too much? Like, you have to have all of these specific qualities in order for yourself to be happy with a woman, or for a woman to be happy with you? This is too much. It's too much. You have to be a good father. That's a given. You should be a good father. What person is going to get with you and then expect you not to be a good person to their children? That's just a given. That's not even something we should be thinking about. Very clean. Well, you done fucked up already, women. Us men are not clean. We just don't do it. Me, personally, I shower every other day to maybe a couple days between, just because I'm a man. If it's hot, I shower a lot. If it's not, I don't shower so often. It just happens. It's men. It's just how we are. We stink, and we don't care because we just men. We men. We're cavemen. As a man, I care about how I smell. To other people, I do. But to myself, not so much. That's why we scratch our balls and then oh, damn, skin a little. Better hop in that shower. Sympathetic. Most men aren't sympathetic. We laugh at fucked up shit that happens to other people. That's a part of women. Women are sympathetic. Men are not sympathetic. We look at shit and go, he fell down that whole cliff, broken bottles on it into a truck filled with lemon juice. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Let me put that on Instagram. Athletic. This is where you women messed up. You messed up again. Most of us dudes claim to be athletic. We can run 10, 20 yards. After that, fuck running. I hope that's what you count as athletic. We talking about one of those sports dudes that run up and down the field with a basketball? That's not athletic. That's an athlete. That's a motherfucker whose life is dedicated to the pursuit of exercise. Athletic means I can occasionally jog to the store to grab myself a bag of chips and a Pepsi. Warm. What man isn't warm? Women are usually cold because they're more water-based. They have more water in their bodies, so they're usually more cold. So that's just the understatement. Men are normally more warm. But I think what they mean is warm in the sense of, you're a nice guy. You're a wonderful person. You're the kind of guy that will walk up to a grandmother and ask her, ma'am, can I help you take your groceries to your car? Can I open the door for you? That's what a woman wants. A guy who is generally thoughtful and nice. Attentive. So a guy who is very understanding about the things that he said that he's going to do. You said that you were going to wash the dishes, and I see that you did them. You said that you were going to wash your car. I see that you did that. You said that you were going to hold my purse while I go shopping for 35 minutes while you stand here looking aimlessly at fucking dresses and want to kill yourself. And you did that. You're very attentive. Gallant. Of course, women want a man who's gallant, who is all about them, and who will protect them and give them the right of way and make sure that they're all strong and taken care of. A gallant man always looks out for a woman. I think that's sexist because gallant means that I have to treat you as a lesser being. You can't open your own door, so I gotta do it for you. You can't order your own meal, so I gotta do it for you. I don't think this list was made by a 2019 feminist, because basically it would have just said one thing: the fuck out of my face, man. That's what it would have said. How to make a feminist 2019 woman happy. Get your manly ass out of my face. That's it. Intelligent. Man has to have the intelligence to know that he's with a wonderful, good woman, and that all these things that she's asking him to provide for her is a necessary evil, because if not, she could just find all these goddamn things somewhere else. No, she won't. That's what I'm telling you guys. If a woman ever dogs you or dishes you or leaves you or some shit, laugh your ass off, because it's easy for you to get another woman, A. B, they're never gonna find all this shit in one person. So it's gonna lead them to a life of cats. This is what happens. A life of cats, okay? Then we have funny. Of course, ladies want a funny guy. Who the fuck wants to sit around looking at a motherfucker all the time and you're just frowning at each other because you've had sex with each other 100 times and that's boring, and then you sit around and you've heard each other's stories 100 times and that's boring? If a person is naturally funny, they can naturally keep you laughing and keep you on your toes so that the relationship isn't stale and boring. Gotta be creative. I think that goes along the same lines of being funny, because if you're creative, then you don't have a problem with being funny, because it's easy for your brain to concoct things that will, interest someone else. I myself am very creative, and a lot of people tell me that I'm very funny. I think they're all on crack cocaine, but what I'm saying is that it's easier to make friends, to hold relationships, and just in general have people think that you're a better person when you're always laughing and joking. Me personally, I always laugh and joke because I have some kind of deep-seated issue. When I was young, I didn't really have a lot of friends and family and all that kind of shit. So, my whole thing thing in my mind, I guess, was to be flamboyant and out there with jokes and funniness, and maybe that's how people would like. I didn't understand that just being a person in general is how people like you. I didn't have people around. No one, I had to raise myself, so I had to figure all this shit out myself. I had no idea. You have to be tender. This goes along the same lines of being warm. Of course a woman doesn't want a guy to just rip her clothes off and throw her down and smack her across the face and spit in her mouth and then, take care of business and then, there are some women who do like that, but I think on the whole, women like a guy to be tender. They like him to be hard but soft, if that makes any sense. It's gotta be strong. It's gotta be strong, man. I don't think they mean strong as in strength. I think they mean strong as in the ability to be a man and still put up with all this bullshit from a woman. That's what they mean strong. They want a man who can look at this list and go, I can do that. Not a guy who looks at the list and goes, man, fuck you bitches. I'm sick of this shit. Fucking all this goddamn shit make you happy. Fuck you bitches. What have you done for me lately? Huh? Understanding, see? It just, now we're just getting into excuses of why you should perpetuate this list. Understanding. You just gotta understand that you gotta do all these things to make a woman happy. No, that is not understanding. This is like forced slavery. Tolerant of what? What do I need to be tolerant of? There's nothing that I can think of that I would have to tolerate, except maybe a woman who has like over 53 things that I need to do in order to keep her happy. How about I tolerate your existence in my life? What the fuck, bitch? Prudent. A man who's very upstanding with his fundage. He's not out to just spend all his money on himself. He's trying to save it so that he can put it to use for potentially you at some point. A man who's very prudent with his spendings and savings and his lifestyle so that he's not too out there for a woman unless he needs to be in order to keep a woman. That's why I hate these kind of lists, because it's flip-flopping. Some women don't want a funny guy. Some women do want a funny guy. Some women don't want a creative guy. Some women do want it. Like it's an on and off for each one of these. And the problem is that you have to, there should be a on and off switch for every single one of these, so that in order for a woman to be happy with you, she can take this test, flip the ones on she wants, flip the ones off she wants, and then there you go. But now we're fucking men robots. That's what we have to be for women? Men robots? That's a goddamn shame. Why do women have this ability to be so picky with men? Why? I don't understand. Because we don't do that. Do women not understand that the whole point of being in life is to procreate? Period. All this other stuff that on the side is useless, because you can't get to this stuff unless you're procreating. And if you're trying to get to procreating through this stuff, you ain't gonna make it. That's why there's so many women that are single. You can't have standards like this and expect a guy to go, okay, I'm just gonna do everything you say. No, because you're not worth that. Your vagina's not worth this. Your vagina's not worth my freedom. Because all a man has to do is get a little bit of money, he can get vagina. He doesn't have to go through this to get your freedom, to get your vagina. He doesn't have to. Unless he's a guy who's totally in love with you, but then at that point, you have an obvious advantage. You can make a guy follow all these things because he doesn't want to lose you, because you're too important to him. And that's what I don't think women understand. If he's not the first guy that you've ever been with, and even if he is the first guy that you've ever been with, your standards are too high. You're never gonna find a guy that's ever gonna meet all of these standards, and what you're gonna do is end up cheating on a guy and turning him into a bad guy when he could have been a good guy from the beginning. So what women are doing are they're churning out bad dudes, because no dude can live up to this. So when a dude goes into a relationship with a woman going, oh man, I love her, I think this might be the one for me, I think this might be the right thing where I want my heart to be, and so on and so forth, but she's not happy because, I don't know, you're not as capable, or maybe not so dependable, you're not that clean, and you're not a great lover, and you're a great companion and a wonderful friend, but maybe not as good on the athletic tip, or maybe you're not as intelligent as she may like. Then she'll leave you, she'll cheat on you. And then where does that leave you as a man? That leaves you like, man, fuck bitches. And then you go on to the next bitch with that mindset, like fuck bitches, which fucks her up. And then she goes and fucks some other dude up. And then it just keeps going on and on and on and on. This shit is retarded. It is the dumbest shit I've ever heard of in my life. So you gotta be ambitious, you gotta be capable, you gotta be courageous and determined. All this shit sounds like a Marvel superhero to me. Either that or a Disney prince that doesn't exist. Women, these guys who you think or all these things don't exist. They just don't exist, and if they do, they don't want your ass. You gotta be true and dependable and passionate. These are all things that have just been rehashed from earlier. You know, of course, you can sum all this up and go, he has to be a good guy who's not willing to go out there and bang a bunch of chicks behind my back. That's pretty much the best you can ask for from a man. For him to be a good dude to you and your future children and stay faithful to you and not bang other hoes. That's pretty much what you should ask for from a dude. That's it. Anything beyond that is extra. Because look at our list. Feed me, fuck me, leave me alone. All right, so not only do you have to be all of those things, you know, true and dependable and passionate and all that other shit, you also have to not forget to give her compliments regularly, or else she'll start feeling like you don't like her and then go get compliments from some other dude. Because women are shallow like that. Trust me. I don't give a shit who you are, what woman you are. You're not above not being treated the way you wanted to be treated by a dude, even if he is giving you attention and you think he's not. Women are fucking insane. A man can tell you every day he loves you and gives you hugs and kisses, but because he doesn't like smack you on the ass or rip your clothes off and have sex with you right when you come home from work, you go looking for that from somebody else. Fuck you, bitch. Go shopping with her. That's a given. Why would you not go shopping with the person that you want to be with anyway? I think that's a good way of actually like getting to know somebody. You go out shopping with them, you hang out and talk, spend time together, do things together. I don't see anything wrong with that one. That's a perfectly normal thing that couples and people should do together. Perfectly normal. And, unless she co-ops the shopping and it's her shop. She's shopping for shit for her. I'm talking about like grocery store shopping or shopping that both of you can input what you like and what you want to do. Because if it's just shopping at a mall, you're going to be sitting on a bench somewhere while she's shopping her ass off. Be honest. Bitch, I am being honest. Be very rich. Bitch, not stress her out. This is the weirdest thing that I think is on this list. You could be all of these things, right? All of these things. Perfectly wonderful gentleman man. Oh, delicious. She loves it, right? Women have a built-in stress out. It's called a period. On top of that, most women get what's called PMS, which is premenstrual syndrome, right? That happens before she gets her period, like maybe 2 weeks. So 2 weeks before she gets her period, she's acting like a bitch. Then she gets her period, and then some women act like a bitch, some don't. Some of them can handle this shit pretty good, some of them can't, right? Or they just cry, or they just have these issues that you have to deal with while they're on their period. And then 2 weeks after, and then after they had their period, that following 2 weeks, they could be having PMS because they got another period coming. There's never a safe zone. It's just constant. Why the fuck am I doing this? Why am I with this goddamn thing? And women go, why don't you be with a man then? Because bitch, I still like pussy. I just don't like you. Not look at other girls. I think this is also a given. I mean, if you are with somebody, you shouldn't be looking at other chicks. You just shouldn't. And when I say looking at other girls, this is what I mean. And let me explain this from a man's point of view to a woman, okay? When a woman says, look at other girls, she means literally your eyeballs should not ever look at another thing with breast and a vagina. That's what the literal term of what it says here. Women do not want you to look at other girls, because even if you do, they will immediately get mad because they think you want to fuck the thing that you're looking at because they know that we're men. But from a man's point of view, when a woman says don't look at other girls, I think like, okay, don't look at them in a sexual manner. I can still have a conversation with a woman and not be in the back of my mind thinking, oh my God, I can't wait to get her home and pour that Cinnabon jizz all on her chest so I can lick it off and have sexual relations with her. Oh, this girl that works here at Cinnabons because I'm sitting here ordering a Cinnabon. That's not how some of us think that way, but that's not how most of us think. Most men just go through their daily life just living, and sexual things happen to all kind of people all the time, and it just depends on if the person takes advantage of those moments of sexualness. That's all the difference is. If a dude is sitting somewhere and a girl walks up and she's like, hey, how you doing, right? And you know you got a wife at home and you go, hey, how you doing? You know you done already fucked up. That's looking at another woman. You know you got intentions there, right? But if a girl walks up, she's like, hey, how you doing? I saw you over there, you dropped your wallet, can I just give it back to you? And you're like, oh, thank you very much, you're a very nice person. And she's like, oh, thank you, you're really cool. I just didn't want you to lose your wallet. You have a great day. You go, all right, cool, man, thanks, awesome. and she's like, hey, I work over at Pottery Barn, and we're having a sale. If you'd like to come on over, we got this good sale for you. Maybe you can get something nice for somebody you care about. That's not a hitting on situation. You're talking to this woman in a somewhat professional business sense. So I don't look at that as looking at another girl. But at the same time, you must also do these particular things for the woman you care about. You must give her a lot of attention, a lot. You must pay her the most attention out of anything in your life. If you got a sick, dying grandma, fuck her. You got a sick mom or some errand you need to run for someone in your life, fuck them. You got friends who you promised that you would do something for, fuck them. You have to do that shit, or else she will leave you in sight that you spent too much time with other people instead of her. But on top of that, if you spend too much time with her, she'll grow to hate you and won't want to spend time with you at all, and then sight that she's leaving you because you're clingy. There's no fucking way to win with women. It says give her lots of time, especially time for herself. Sure, bye bitch. Call me when you're ready. How about that? Because it doesn't make sense for you to fuck up both of our time frames. Give her lots of space. Never worrying about where she goes. Yeah, no, you shouldn't worry about where she goes. Because again, if you're not fucking every single thing on this list, she's out fucking somebody else. She's out fucking another dude who is showing some of these traits, but not all of them, just because she wants to fuck somebody else and use those things as an excuse is why she went out and cheated on you, because you weren't prudent, you weren't a decorator, you weren't a sexologist, so that's why she's banging a doctor. Like, it's fucking retarded. And that goes back to that being very rich shit. When you're very rich, a woman knows that she got a meal ticket because her vagina is not worth your money. It's not. It's just a part. It's not worth the money. Because you can get vagina from anybody. So what they do is if you're rich, they latch on to your ass and then they become good women. Oh, I'm such a good woman. I'd never look at another dude. I'd never mess this meal ticket up. Never. Unless they kill you and try to take your money. Because women do that shit too. Anyway, but most of all, the most important part about being with a woman is that you never forget her birthday. You never forget holidays. You never forget Valentine's Day. You never forget all the weird ass arrangements and shit that she's made to go meet this person and do this and do that and have fun with this, that, and the other thing, 650 cents and all that shit. Yeah, you have to do that, because if you don't, then you're just an uncaring asshole, and then I'm sure that that puts you out of place with like 1 through 50 of this shit. I don't know. The bottom line is that it is unfair for women to have all these stipulations and stuff that are put on men. Here's another thing. A lot of women may say, oh no, we don't expect men to be that way. We just hope they are this way. No, we got to this list because women hope men would be this way. This is what they expect from a man, to treat them properly, or else they won't treat them properly. They will treat him properly until they figure out that he doesn't have all of these qualities, and then we'll go and try to find another man. That's how that works. That's why relationships are on the decline, because men in general are sick of all this bullshit from women thinking they're Disney princesses and that they need a prince to come along and make their lives wonderful. And then they treat that prince like shit because because I should be, I'm a princess. I can do whatever I want to. And it's that kind of sentiment, it's that kind of attitude, it's that kind of willful just piece of shitness and entitlement that men nowadays look at women and go, you aren't something that is valuable to me beyond vagina. Any man can get a woman to have sex. It may not be the woman he wants, but he can get a woman to have sex. Women control sex. And that is the basis of it. Women think that men are willing to placate to them enough just to get vagina that they can control them and treat them like shit. And that's not how it works, women. It's just not. It sucks that you have this terrible outlook on life and think that life needs to be this, this perfect for you. But it's not. It's not. If you look at the man list, you can tell we roll with the punches. You know what the man's list should be? How about a chick that's not a bitch? How about a chick that's not after me for money? How about a chick that is a good girl and actually interested in the shit that I'm interested in, and not just here lying to me, placating to me, just so I can do stuff for her, or I can be a plumber for her, or a decorator, or this or that, and trick me into liking this person when in reality they're looking for this list of things and I only have 2 of those things on the list, so I'm just a momentary thing for them. That's what men are seeing. We're wising up women. So I mean, unless you want to make sure that every man that you are talking to has every single one of these attributes that make you happy, ladies. If a guy's not that, then guess what? You're not gonna find one. You're not gonna find a dude that has this, because they don't exist. And if they did, again, where's your I need 53 things that you can do for a man that would make him want you. How about that? Can you maybe in the comments, ladies, or I'm sure there's no ladies watching this, but it's dudes, if you want to add to this, what are all the things that we should be looking for from women? I mean, me personally, I'm already married, but let's say my son came to me and asked me this question. I say, you definitely don't want a chick that's a bitch. You definitely don't want. You need to spend time with a woman to find out what kind of real person she is, because the person that you meet on the upfront is just the person that you're sleeping with. It takes like years for a woman to finally turn into the horrendous Godzilla beast that she is and fucking tear your life apart. Let's see what else. How about truthfulness? Not truthfulness with a timestamp on it. Like, I'm gonna be truthful for 6 months, and then after 6 months, I'm gonna turn into a raging fucking asshole. That's happened to me before. How about just a reality check? Like a woman that's like self-aware of how fucked up women are, and like she's trying to go against that and be like a different kind of woman. That's the one. You'll never find that shit. Never. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Disaster. This has been Disaster Sexist Hour. Thank you so much for coming and having a wonderful time looking at the horrible shit that women do to us men, and we really have no recourse but to sit around and laugh at it. Because they got the keys to the puss. So anyway, thank you so much. I will see you again on the next one. Have a great day. Peace.